Hello everyone, I'm Gefepido, and it seems like I haven't had enough of Pokémon, so meet the Dark Minds. So first we got Deoxys with, four different options? Apparently Deoxys is some kind of shape-shifting alien virus Pokémon. Basically Pokemon Alex Mercer, I guess, although Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire predate Prototype. Looks like the increased damage adds more hits to the multi-attack rather than more damage to each hit. If the preview is accurate. I'll probably test it out. Mewtwo over here. You know, the genetically engineered version of Mew, blah blah blah. Kind of an asshole. But Confusion is pretty simple damage and flip, but it shoots through obstacles, which is nice. And then Darkrai, this motherfucker, the Pokemon that gives people nightmares, supposedly out of self-defense and not malice. I don't buy it for a second. And, you may recall I had a lot of trouble with this guy when I faced him, but presumably the Extend Sleep upgrade is because normally damaging a sleeping target wakes it up. So this upgrade is a real dick move from the Vex perspective. Anyway, I can see why this squad is called Dark Minds. Mewtwo is probably the least unpleasant thing here, and he's a fucking dick. Anyway, so Vertex, probably doable. The boss is a bit of a pain but still. Though the Roach, wouldn't mind having a little more damage for Roaches, but I do clearly have ways to mitigate them. Not like I'm doing any self-damage. Watchtower, I mean, I probably could do it, but the boss does have a fair few HP. Candyland looks doable. I mean, silkworms suck, but what can you do? Nothing too horrible going. I don't think termite leaders are the worst thing in the world, though I would have to be careful of their, explosive rocks. And Nautilus, nothing too bad, although the boss is pretty tanky, as I recall. Good thing I've got, I think, 2 flyers, because of all the cracked tiles, but I'm going to start with Candyland. Why not? So, oh, the fucking picnic blanket. They're really going to do me like this again. Well, I can probably manage, but it's still annoying. Wow, there's only two rep missions here? And I'd have to go through, like, to get to the other? Well. Fine, whatever. Oh, hey, what's the fucking difference? I guess that answer... Okay, so I guess now I know that Pokemon that Mega Evolve will be clearly marked as such, but... Okay, how badly do I want to avoid the... Dude, I should put Mewtwo back here because he shoots through obstacles anyway. There's simply no reason to put him up in close range. Let me think here. On one hand, if I put Darkrai here, then enemies might end up here, and that's bad. On the other hand, if I put him here, then a Silkworm could web him and attack the building, and that's... Well, actually, I guess that would just make them an easy target for Darkrai. Yeah, come to think of it, this should be a pretty easy setup one way or another. Deoxys can... Its, phase pushing thing can go through obstacles, so I should be able to clean up whatever happens. Probably, maybe, I hope. Worst case, I should be able to push something off the blanket and have Darkrai put something to sleep. Although I'd be peeved as hell if I had to leave a sleeping vac on the damn blanket. Okay, yeah, he did that. Okay, one thing I want to check. Okay, so Darkrai's attack hits all adjacent units, not just enemies. Fucking hell, Metallicif. Okay, but if I put Mewtwo somewhere else, then it's, hang on, it does do corners though, right? Yeah, sad. Okay, but I could, I could put Mewtwo here, have Darkrai kill this one, then have Deoxys push, and have Darkrai kill the Silkworm. Or, failing that, I could in fact have Mewtwo kill this one, then Deoxys do a push, and possibly Darkrai get over here and hit this one. Might work better. Because I'm not super eager to spawn block with a 2 HP unit. Also, it's a little weird. Darkrai doesn't seem to have a moving animation, but he can stop on buildings and mountains and whatnot. I don't see any ability specifying that, but oh well. So, presumably I wanna, do this. Hang on, if Darkrai ends up pushed over here, can he 1, 2, 3, 4? At least he doesn't damage buildings. Fucking hard mode. Alpha Vec already, how cruel. Okay, so now Deoxys has, the adjacent multi-attack that unfortunately hits buildings, the ranged attack that pulls, the phasing charge, or the taunt thing. But now let's see. I could just have Darkrai tag this guy and Mewtwo finish him off, and then Deoxys go murder the fly, by whatever means. This would probably be the idea. Yeah, when everyone's got 2 HP, I'm reluctant to look into spawn blocking. Okay, so I'm inclined to do like this. And then, yeah, hardly matters where Mewtwo goes, since he can hit enemies from virtually wherever. Okay, he's got 6, 6, 10. So Darkrai's got the most XP, so I might as well feed it to Deoxys this time. Overall, the squad seems pretty capable. Of course, that's just one mission. I suspect I'll end up leaning into Deoxys's, phasing side push thing when when there's situations. Oh, I don't love this. 5 or fewer enemies is I mean, it can be doable, but, I guess Darkrai could run around putting things to sleep, but Mewtwo does 2 damage if he's doing anything. It's potentially doable, but it's also kind of a pain in the dick, and I'd be dealing with all the gum everywhere because... Well, because I assume Tatu hates me. Kill 7 enemies is frankly easier if I'm not spawn blocking. So, you know. How do I want to do this? Just trying to think where the best place to put units is here. I don't want to start anyone on the gum. Okay, if I put Darkrai here, then the Silkworm could get him. But then the Silkworm's not doing anything else, which isn't the worst thing. Just isn't. Hell, I should be more concerned about Mewtwo, but... Or I could, since Darkrai flies, I could just put him here. Troublesome, troublesome. In this... well, yeah, there's no real safe lane to make them shoot on. I can't go in lane A, so no point overthinking this. I just need to get ready to kill some Vec. And, I don't know that any of these Pokemon evolve, but past experience with the Pokemon mod suggests that it's likely they'll, you know, get more abilities to some degree at one level up or another. Now, let's see. Could just go over here and hit these two. Then have... Okay, I might need Mewtwo to flip the Firefly, actually. And then I could have Deoxys phase push the Silkworm into the water, and Darkrai just kill this loser. Because I don't think I can't really push the Firefly. Good enough for now. Pointless. Really pointless. Okay, so... could just push this guy into the milk, then have Darkrai kill the Silkworm. Does attacking from up here... no, the Time Pod is not a unit, so it's fine. Okay, yeah, and I have to move at least 2 tiles to get the phase push thing going. But that is okay. So much easier than killing 5 or fewer. At least, you know, on the first island when there's enemies with low health. Ooh, that one's fun. Alright, this asshole's over there trying to hide from Mewtwo. Which, might actually be a tricky business. I think... okay, yeah, I might need Darkrai to get over here and kill that fly. And then this Firefly, what's my best play here? I could do like this and then have Mewtwo finish off the Firefly. So far, so acceptable. Okay. Now, who needs the XP the most? I guess Mewtwo does. So... I suppose ideally I'd want, yeah, Darkrai to pick up this one since Mewtwo can only get one anyway. And 5 XP for the genetically engineered horror. Okay, time pod. Don't think I'll be making much use of her today, but let me see. What do I want? Movement? I haven't actually used Hypnosis yet. I probably should, but I haven't. I might just slap Movement on Mewtwo, because he's only got 3. And it's hard to go wrong with, you know, a 4th point of movement in most cases. Disliking the low health, but okay, Milkstorm. I can handle a Milkstorm, right? I mean, 2 of my units fly, and Deoxys is decently mobile. This will hurt them more than it hurts me, and that's the best kind of hurtin'. Okay, should I just stick Deoxys here? This is not the kind of situation where hiding from the Vec in the corner is a good idea, I think. At least not the kind where everyone should be doing it. If I put Darkrai up front here... Yeah, because I mean, if the 2 front Pokemon get webbed, the Vec won't be attacking anything else. Plus Mewtwo could just pop in and free either of them, and then what? Or they could do this, for all the good that'll do anyone. Rude. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm probably overthinking who needs XP at any given time, but... While I could have Darkrai hit them both, I'm probably better off just having Deoxys and Mewtwo tag team the big guy, and Darkrai finish off the other. Because why not? Ooh, fancy. Okay, Kill Shot's probably my best bet here since Darkrai damages multiple enemies. None of them are bad choices, but... Never gonna stop chuckling at that, you know, cow noise when the milk comes down. Oh, and that one's fucked. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, so the Firefly does not matter one bit. You know, I like Mech Reactor, I do, but I'm not certain how many cores I'm really gonna need for Deoxys, and Trophy Hunter, you can't go wrong with Trophy Hunter, right? Oh, hey, this spawn is fucked. Or, actually, may as well give this guy a nap. Not that it matters. He was gonna die before he attacked anyway, but, you know, it was funny. I guess Mewtwo has the least XP, so I might as well... no, wait. Can't do that, because... Oh, shit! I was gonna feed Mewtwo the kill, but I forgot Darkrai would kill-shot it. Alas. Not worth resetting over. I'm sure Mewtwo will get his XP soon enough. Alright, now... Oh, train mission. This is going to be tricky for Darkrai. It is. But I think the other... the squad generally has the capacity to handle it. Or, if I can figure out how to handle the Webbers. Ugh, I just can't with the smug look on the gingerbread man's faces. Okay, yeah, I could actually put Mewtwo up there. That even makes sense. And, okay. If one of the silkworms gets down here, I'm going to be annoyed. But if it's a small one, Mewtwo can just snipe it, and if it's the bigger one, Deoxys might need to get clever. Of course, there's always just putting the bastard to sleep, but, you know. Okay, so my first thought is I could have Darkrai get... Okay, not quite there. Not the train, but like this. And then, then I could have, Mewtwo finish off the Alpha Silkworm, and, Deoxys... Could have Deoxys push the... Oh, wait, he is a thing now? I'm gonna need to look up how this works. Because that's unexpected. Wait, based on the user's current form? Okay, really? They're gonna... It would be nice to know more, but maybe I can figure it out in test mode later. Anyway, point is, if I do this, then I could push the Firefly onto the spawn and, well, then I'd be taking the hit, and it's not necessary when I could just get over here after all that other stuff and pull the Firefly here. Or get here and push it down, push it, like, sideways. Either way, I can prevent the Firefly from doing anything stupid today. And isn't that what matters? I wonder if I could put the train to sleep so it stops moving out into dangerous places. It almost certainly isn't worth it, but... really? Okay, none of these are ideal. Fine, whatever. Okay, I don't mind cheap plating, because Mewtwo has low health and that would save him from a hit. Masochist would... Or... Technician doesn't help much when your health is so low, though. Which is why I'm thinking... Although it does help from, like, smaller hits, like, you know, spawn blocking. Tricky, tricky. I don't know what to expect him to get later. But yeah, for spawn, I guess, you know, spawn blocking is a more frequent occurrence than needing Mewtwo to take a fucking hit, so... For now, let's play it this way. These assholes, why they gotta do me like this? Alright, Darkrai's not in a great position to deal with this, but I could, Alright. I mean, quite frankly, I could just have Deoxys do this, then have Mewtwo get over here and snipe this guy. And, fuck, I don't love any of this. Now, I could have Deoxys do, no wait, he can't stand on buildings. Darkrai, no, can't afford to fuck around over here because of the crane. Though I guess Darkrai could, if absolutely nothing else, put this Firefly to sleep. Hang on, what's his move? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Because I was thinking, what if I do like this? Nothing, not much good. Also, wait, what's his current iteration of Cosmic Power? I cannot see it as this, so... yeah, okay, it would be nice for this to explain a little more. Anyway, taking this hit would not be the end of the world. Plus, no, it would shoot before the other. But yeah, having Deoxys attack from over here would allow Darkrai to get in and stick the Hypnosis on the first one, which would at least be funny. Too bad the Scion would pop off before the other Firefly could kill that one. Oh, wait, also it'll be too dead to kill anything, so you know. Anyway, next turn might be a little chaotic, but that's okay. At least I'll have my Pokemon all in closer to position to do something about whatever bullshit happens. Okay, that guy doesn't matter. That guy matters. Yeah. So, could just have Darkrai do this. Maybe without Mewtwo being there. You know. I mean, I could get Mewtwo over here, snipe this guy, have Deoxys, push all the Vec to one side, end up over here, and then put Darkrai here and just blast all three dudes. Giving Darkrai a good chunk of XP, but, I mean, does that matter? I respectfully submit that it does not. Or, if I don't want to give Darkrai all the XP, then I could have Mewtwo pick up the spare. And this sleepy asshole can do what he wants. Have a nice nap and get the fuck out of my sight. Alright, I'm not gonna waste time fucking around with Cosmic Power in test mode. If I figure out anything coherent in videos, I will say something at the start of next video. Anyway. So, this doesn't look too bad. I see zero Silkworms right now, so should be in position to do whatever. And then Darkrai, Okay. The termite leaders have the issue of leaving an explosive rock. That is actually a problem. I don't want to deal with that shit. Now, right now, he's not really in... Maybe I should put Mewtwo here so the termite leaders end up here? At least then the explosive rock would not be, you know, next to anything I need to not die. Didn't want to go putting myself behind the castle on account of, you know, well, I trust I needn't explain that one. Fucking gum tiles. Okay, the Firefly has decided to not matter today. I could just kill shot the fly, so that's cool. And then I'm presuming I'm going to have Mewtwo flip this loser, and then Deoxys can, you know, jack him up. Okay, I keep... Oh, right. Keep forgetting Cosmic Power's a free action. Too bad I don't know what most of it does. But... would it be worth pushing the Termite Leader somewhere? I am inclined to think I should just be doing damage to it after I flip it. It'd be pretty funny if I moved the Termite Leader over here so it ended up in the fly's range to hit, but that just seems like a tragic mistake waiting to happen. I don't want a bomb here blocking the path right next to the Cake Castle. That just... well, that's obviously stupid, and I hope I don't need to explain why I think it's stupid. Huh. I could use the taunt, I guess, but... oh, hey, he's got... interesting. Apologies for not paying more attention, and I will sort that business out a bit later. So, the Bomb Rock. Don't love it, but I can probably manage. Oh hey, he's not even doing the Termite charge this time. Okay, so I believe Darkrai can kill-shot these two. What a lovely ability that is. Mewtwo can pop the boss, and Deoxys can pop this guy. This has all worked out neatly, has it not? Oh, he has Psychic now, the 3-square version. Damn. Someone got buffed. I mean, all the better. I remember having great effect with it with some other Pokemon. Was it Alakazam? Sorry, it's been a while since some of the other Pokemon runs. Yeah, okay, so let's... yeah, could just kill that one. Deoxys does need the XP more. Should I spawn black? Probably not. Just go here. And Mewtwo's position barely matters. He can go here. This squad seems to have a lot of multi-hit attacks. If I didn't know it was made by Metallicif, I'd wonder, because Withered Plate was always quite fond of that stuff. Anyway. So, the fly is a dick. I don't want the fly pulling the boulder either. Nor do I want to flip the fly. Oh, I could push the fly up like this with Shadow Ball. Oh, any direction then fire 2 shadow projectiles. I assume that means I don't want to push it sideways and shoot. That is a question for test mode. Unless I can do this and kill him. Yeah, that worked actually. Good times. Okay, so in this case I can just have Darkrai kill this one. Okay, so I have some figuring stuff out to do. Ooh, right, Technician, good. But in the meantime, the squad seems to do things pretty well. They may all be creepy assholes, but they get shit done. Wow, very Mewtwo here. So, don't need kickoff boosters. Let's just take my cores. Now, what do I need? The extra damage is okay, but not... I'd probably be better off adding the damage to something that lands a solid hit. Okay. I maybe need to read up a little on Fling. I don't really probably want Fling this time, though, but upgrading the damage on Psychic might be worth it. Darkrai is already whipping ass with this, to be honest. I might just take the +1 damage on Psychic and move on... I'm leaning towards move on Deoxys just because he's the only non-flyer. And I'm gonna have to spend a bit of time figuring out the parameters of these abilities. Anyway, thank you for watching, and join me next time for part 2.